Welcome to Let's Talk with Teresa Ann. I am your host and so grateful that you are joining me on today's episode. How often do we become the Captain Obviouses within our workplace, within our homes, within our neighborhoods, within our community, of just shouting out and constantly reminding everyone of how dark this world is? But that's what we weren't called to do that. We're called to recognize it. We're called to pray through it. But more than anything, we are called to be the light. We are called to reveal the light of God that is within us. When we begin to see every battlefield as now a mission field, we will now see when there's darkness, it's our opportunity to reveal the light of God that is within us. How do I know that? How do we do this? Well, remember what we've talked about before. Luke 6:27 through 38 shows us how to be the light in the midst of darkness, and that's loving our enemies. And Jesus shows us how, by doing good, by praying, and by blessing. That is so powerful. But the word also says that when the enemy needs something to eat or drink, give them food and drink, because it's like heaping burning coals on their head. And I have to believe that when God says, let me have the vengeance, you don't take vengeance on your own. Let me do it. Because I believe the vengeance of God is his violent love. He is so for those people that have hurt us, just as we have hurt others, and he was for us. There's a song, Reckless Love, that Corey Asbury sings, and it's so beautiful. And he says he leaves the 99. He leaves the 99 for the one. Even while we were his foe, he was fighting for us. What's a foe? It's an enemy. And so with that said, today, I just want to give you a way to see with victory how we can live this life in being a light in the midst of darkness. Because remember, friends, it is only going to get darker. And as it gets darker, our light in him must shine brighter. How do we do that? Well, in Philippians 2, I love this passage. It says, do everything without complaining and arguing, so that no one can criticize you. We have a saying in our home, don't give people ammo. Don't give them ammo to shoot at you. Everything without complaining and arguing, so that no one can criticize you. Live clean, innocent lives as children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and perverse people. Hold firmly to the word of life. Then, on the day of Christ's return, I will be proud that I did not run the race in vain and that my work was not useless. But I will rejoice even if I lose my life, pouring it out like a liquid offering to God. Just like your faithful service is an offering to God. And I want all of you to share that joy. Yes, you should rejoice, and I will share your joy. So often when we see things happening to us, it doesn't mean we don't go to God and say, Lord, you are our defender. How do you want us to respond to this situation in the earth? And the greatest way is through kindness and loyalty. Loyalty to the Father. Don't take sides on this earth, because any side that we take with man, whether it's good, right, wrong, indifferent, it is not the side of God. And we must take the side of God by holding firm to his word, so that we can reveal his light in the midst of darkness. No longer are we called to call out darkness. We're called to be the light in the midst of darkness. Thank you so much for joining us on Let's Talk with Teresa Ann. For this show is about bold inspiration, revealing God's goodness. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my YouTube and podcast channels.